clean your plate. How many of you heard this as a kid? Well, I think we could use another dose of it as busy working moms. I think of our plate as the totality of things in our life that utilize our time and attention. So this is the good, the mundane, the annoying, the joyful, all of it. So I guess it's kind of the metaphorical plate of life. Well, that's about as philosophical as I'm going to get. I'm more into the practical. So here is a practical skill that has massively helped my life. Delegating, which I also include outsourcing. It's one of the 3 tactics that I teach in the Motherhood Balanced Program to get things off your plate. So the bad news, your plate is only so big. Something is going to fall guaranteed when it gets too full. The good news is that you have more control over your plate than you think, what stays and what goes, so that those things that fall aren't those things that you really don't want to fall, like your relationship with your significant other or your kids. Many times we just keep taking things on without thinking about everything else, and we just simply wind up with too full of a plate. So more is not more productive, it's just more busy. I want to give you a work and a home example of how this delegation tool can work. So first of all, from a leadership perspective, once my client, who was a leader, actually realized she was being a micromanager by not allowing her team to grow, she became a better delegator and thus a better leader. She was then able to focus on the big picture, and she realized that's actually what she was hired to do. That was the value that she brought to the table. From a home perspective, I had another client who ended up having a conversation with her husband, and they tag team dinner. And she actually started involving her teenage sons as well. She realized that she didn't have to carry that whole burden of what's for dinner. It allowed her to not dread coming home and also be able to focus on being excited to see her family. So take control of your plate and delegate. So where at work or at home can you better use this tactic? And of course, as always, if you need help finding where or how to delegate or say no, or just set some boundaries so that your plate can be what you want it to be, let's chat.